Okay, good morning, everyone, and welcome to our Scrutiny Board meeting for Adult Health and Active Lifestyle. Abigail Marshall Cotton is my name, and I will be chairing this meeting. Could I remind everyone that we are holding this meeting in a way that's COVID secure and in accordance with social distancing guidelines, which means everyone present is appropriately spread out and has been allocated a specific seat. Today's meeting is being live streamed on the City Council's website so that the public can observe the meeting without needing to be present. We do have a very short agenda for this particular meeting, as the board will be holding a separate call-in meeting at 11 a.m. and so that will follow immediately after this one. Could I now invite board members to introduce themselves and mute your microphone once you have introduced yourself, and I will call you in alphabetical order. Councillor Anderson.
Good morning, everyone. I'm Councillor Caroline Anderson. I represent the Adel and Wharfdale ward.
Dr. Beale.
John Beale, Chair of Health Watch Leeds, and hopefully to be re-co-opted member of this board.
Thank you. Councillor Cunningham.
Morning, everyone. Councillor Lou Cunningham, Armley Ward.
Thank you. Councillor Gibson.
Good morning, Councillor James Gibson, Crossgates and Winmore Ward.
Thank you. Councillor Harrington.
Good morning, Councillor Norma Harrington, Wetherby Ward.
Thank you. Councillor Hatbrook.
Good morning, Councillor Conrad Hartbrook from the Rothwell Ward.
Thank you. Councillor Latty.
Good morning, Councillor Graham Latty, Guiseley and Rawdon Ward.
Thank you. Councillor Lennox.
Good morning, Councillor Jess Lennox, Crossgates and Winmore, substituting for Councillor Dowson.
Thank you for doing that, Councillor Lennox. And Councillor Nash.
Good morning, Elizabeth Nash representing Hunslet and Riverside Ward.
Thank you, Councillor. Finally, Councillor Taylor.
Good morning, Councillor Taylor, Chapel Allerton Ward.
Thank you. You're all welcome. Can I now invite our Principal Scrutiny Advisor and Governance Officer to introduce themselves?
Good morning. I'm Angela Brogden, Principal Scrutiny Advisor.
Thank you.
Good morning, Harriet Spate, Governance Officer.
Thank you very much. Moving to the agenda, could I ask our PSA to take us through items 1 to 5 on the agenda, please?
Certainly, Chair, thank you. Under agenda item number 1, there are no appeals against refusal of inspection of documents. Under item 2, there are no items for exclusion. Under item 3, there are no late items of business. Under item 4, please can I ask members to declare any disclosable pecuniary interests? Thank you, take that as none. Under agenda item 5, apologies for absence have been received from Councillor Dowson, Councillor Iqbal and Councillor Kidger, and we have Councillor Lennox and Councillor Nash attending as substitute members, Chair. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Angela. Moving to item 6 on the agenda, which relates to the minutes of the meeting held on the 16th of March 2021. Could I ask if the board are happy to formally approve these minutes, please? Thank you very much. Are there any matters arising from the minutes that members would like to raise? Thank you. I will now move on to agenda item 7, and can I ask our PSA again to briefly introduce the report?
Thank you, Chair. So last month, the views of board members were sought in relation to the appointment of co-opted members, the Scrutiny Board's representation on the West Yorkshire Joint Health Overview and Scrutiny Committee, and also about adopting the Health Service Development Working Group arrangement for this municipal year. The report within the agenda pack reflects the views that were expressed by members last month, and so the purpose of this item is to seek formal agreement on the board's position in relation to those particular matters. So I'll address each matter separately in terms of seeking the board's approval, Chair. With regard to the appointment of non-voting co-opted members, it is proposed that the board appoints Dr. John Beale as a standing non-voting co-opted member to represent Healthwatch Leeds. And with regard to the appointment of any other non-voting co-opted members, it is proposed that the board adopts an ad hoc approach in terms of considering the appointment of co-opted members linked to any particular scrutiny inquiry this year. So I'll just pause for agreement there, Chair. Great, thank you. So welcome back, John. With the Health Service Developments Working Group, last month the board expressed its support for this working group arrangements to be continued. So members are asked formally to agree that these arrangements, as they're set out in the draft terms of reference within the report, to be established again for this current municipal year. And again, I'll pause for agreement. Thank you. With the West Yorkshire Joint Health Overview and Scrutiny Committee, members were asked to consider the board's representation on this particular committee for this municipal year. So in acknowledging that the board's previous representatives had included the chair and Councillor Graham Latty, members were supportive of continuing the same arrangement for this year. So it's therefore proposed that Councillor Marshall Cattung and Councillor Latty be appointed onto the West Yorkshire Joint Health Overview and Scrutiny Committee to represent the Adults Health and Active Lifestyles Scrutiny Board. And again, Chair, just to seek formal agreement. Thank you, members.
Thank you very much, Angela. And that concludes this item. The last item refers to the board's next meeting. And as I mentioned at the start, the board is holding a separate calling meeting immediately after this meeting with a starting time of 11 a.m. So thank you all for your contributions and being patient.